Starting off with the Philadelphia 76ers. As of recently, they've been championship contenders every single year since 2019. Except for maybe 2020 because Ben Simmons was injured going into the playoffs. But, you know, they've been championship contenders every year. I'll say that. It's just they can't get out the second round. Tough. They just can't make it out the second round. But every single year, it seems like they do have a certain level of championship expectations for them. They just keep on choking, you know? Type shit. Contenders, right? They're contenders. They're competing for a championship, you know? I'm going to say right now, I'm going to put them at B. High C, low B. Because I feel like to make a perennial championship contender, a perennial good playoff team is easier said than done. And they have made some really good rosters over the last couple of years. It's just a matter of this inherent problem with the way they're constructing their team, you know, the coach, etc., etc. Just players not showing up as well. You know, there's only so much help you can give James Harden until you just need James Harden to fucking show up. You know, I think, you know, they made a mistake letting go of Jimmy Butler back in 2019 or after that season. But overall, they've been a solid franchise in the NBA. They had the reigning MVP. You know, he's been in the MVP discussion for the last 3 years. Damn, y'all saying D or C? Y'all saying D or C? I mean, do y'all count like the developmental portion of the franchise as part of the front office? Because I feel like and it's not even that. They just had bad luck over the last couple of years as well. C is I'm gonna keep them at B. I'm gonna keep them at B for now. And maybe that's crazy coming from the Celtics fan who shitted on the 76ers for so long. I'm gonna keep them at B for now, though. We'll see. Moving on to the Portland Trail Blazers, I'm gonna give this team a D. I'm not gonna lie. This is a D to me. Pause. By the way. Pause. But we're looking at a team or a franchise who's had not generational, but definitely one of the all-time most talented players of all time in Damian Lillard. An ultra-loyal guy to a fault. I'm not even going to say damn near to a fucking fault. And they have just failed to surround this dude with a true championship contender over the last X amount of years. And then, especially right now, like, it looks like they're just folding to whatever the fuck Dame wants. You know? It seems like they're having it. Yeah. I don't even think it's a matter of like having trouble picking a direction. They're just folding to Dame too much, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They signed Jeremy Grant, trying to see if that's enough for Dame to stay. Dame then says, "Yo, that shit ain't enough. I'm leaving." And now you're stuck with Jeremy Grant trying to rebuild. It's an F Souls. Name one good decision. I mean, they got Shaedon Sharpe. They developed Anthony Simons. CJ McCollum is a great pickup for them. They were one of the best offenses in the league for a long time. I'm not just gonna scoff at a damn near perennial playoff team over the last decade or so. But if we're just looking at the last 2 to 3 years, I will say like they have definitely wasted some really good Dame years for pretty much no reason. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep them at D right now. Moving on to the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm gonna say they're A. Yeah, I'm gonna say they're A. I think last year they had last year they had one of the deepest teams in the league. For the last 3 years, they've had some of the most talented teams in the league. They definitely, obviously, won a championship in 2021. So not only have they been championship caliber, they've actually won the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I think they did a great job of surrounding Giannis with complementary pieces that complements Giannis's game, but also allows him to still be the best player on the team and maximize his potential. And if anything, covers up some of the deficiencies of Giannis's game. Now, this playoff run, combined with injuries, you can only go so far with that. But every single year since 2019, they've been pretty much a 55-plus win team, damn near 60-win team. I can't say too much. I can't say too much about the Bucks. Easy A. The Chicago Bulls. Yo, chat, how we feel about Chicago, man? How the fuck are we feeling about the Chicago fucking Bulls, bro? How are we feeling about the Chicago Bulls? I'm not going to lie to you, chat. I think the worst franchises in the league are the teams who aren't even at the bottom of the league. It's the teams that are consistently in like the 7 to 11 spot. Because at that point, you're winning enough to make it to the playoffs. You're winning enough to potentially become a play-in team and compete in the play-in tournament. But you're also not ass enough to get like high draft prospects, and you're also not good enough to actually compete for a championship. I think the worst teams in the league are like what Adrian just said in the chat, consistently mid. Like you're not great, you're not bad, you're not young and bad. You know what I'm saying? You're not like the Houston Rockets type shit. You're just mid, bro. You're just mid. So I'm gonna say the Chicago Bulls. F. I'm not gonna lie. F, bro. F. The Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm gonna say A. I think I'm gonna say A, bro. C? B? I don't know, man. I like what the Cavs are doing. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? I think some of the signings they made in the offseason looked a little bit too desperate. Like they signed Max Strus to like a $63 million deal. Maybe over time that doesn't look too bad. Who was that other dude that they signed from the 76ers? Was it Korkmaz? One of their shooters. They signed him this offseason. They're definitely looking to strike right now. But I definitely like how they bounce back from like LeBron leaving them. That second go around, they got Darius Garland, they got Evan Mobley. So they drafted well, number one. And then number two, they got pieces like Jared Allen on the team. And then they were able to make a splash with Donovan Mitchell. I don't know, bro. Like I like what they're doing. I really do like what they're doing. I just think they ran into a better team in the first round because they were the 4-5 matchup. I'm not going to take all accountability away from... I am blanking on Donovan Mitchell. I was thinking Damian Mitchell. I'm not going to take all accountability away from D. Mitch because he definitely played like ass. Jalen Brunson cooked him. But, nah, I mean, I really do like what they're doing. Maybe if they end up being mid next season and the season after that, then that might be something else. But I definitely like the direction the Cavs are going into better than the Sixers. I can't say right now that the Cavs and the Sixers have the same front office, bro. I just can't. In my opinion. There might be no way you can say they've consistently made as good as moves as the Bucks and better moves than the Sixers. So what I might have to do, and maybe y'all were right then. I guess we do this then. I guess we do this because I don't think they have been as good as the Bucks. I think they've been better than the Sixers. So we put the Cavs. I like that. I like that. I like that right there. I like that right there. Okay. I like that right there. Now to the C's. You know what I'm saying? Now to the C's. F is crazy. Not too much on the C's, man. I mean, like, what's a S? You know, like, chat. You gotta tell me what's a S. You know, what's a S? What's a S? You better criticize your franchise. S gotta win a ring. I'm gonna say A. Lakers. Yeah, Lakers been cooking ever since that trade deadline, bro. They have been cooking. I ain't gonna lie. For my Celtics though, I'm leaning towards A. Maybe that's biased. I'm leaning towards low A to high A. I don't know. I just feel like over the last couple of years, they've been on the same tier as the Bucks, both from a talent perspective. They've made some great moves to surround Tatum and Brown with some really solid pieces. The whole Ime situation was just fucking unfortunate. I know, obviously, they're not flawless. Obviously, they're not flawless. But they have built a really, really solid team over these last 2 years with good depth, good star power, good defensive versatility. You know, hiring Ime was a great decision. It was a great decision. Again, the whole Ime situation is just unfortunate. But, you know, and then I think, to this day, I think them still extending Joe Mazzulla was a little bit too soon. But it looks like, you know, Joe Mazzulla is going to be a great coach in a couple of years as well. He's on his way. They developed Tatum to the player that he is. As not flawless Jaylen Brown is, he's developed into a great player. They keep on making these like little splashes that turn out to be just big moves for them. The Porzingis shit. They got Malcolm Brogdon last season. You know, they've even made findings like a Grant Williams in there. You know, Al Horford as well. Rob Will. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I'm thinking, I'm going to say S. Because I'm going to look like a dick sucker. Gok, if I put them at S. But I'm going to say A, bro. I'm going to say A. Again, we watched that, or not we. Well, the video is coming out soon. But I did watch that MJ2K video on the Celtics. And, you know, how they treat players like assets. It definitely has had its cons on the franchise. But it's definitely had pros as well. You know what I'm saying? We made some splashes. Moving on to the Clippers. I'm going to be honest, bro. I think the Clippers, ever since they got, and even the year before, because the year before was when the Clippers pushed the Warriors to 6 in the first round. The Clippers have been fucking solid, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Clippers have been solid. The main crux and why their shit just keeps on fucking failing every single year is because they decided to build around 2 injury-prone players. Every single year that ends up being their downfall. They didn't have one or the other. But in terms of roster construction, I like what they've been doing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I like what they've been doing. With that being said, I can't obviously say they're A. But I'm leaning towards C. I think C's fair. Yeah, I like C. I like C right there. You know what I'm saying? I like C. Been like that since Blake was there. Yeah. Injuries have been their biggest issue. And at some point that does fall on the front office when you decide to build around injury-prone players. You know what I'm saying? So I can't let them off the hook that much. Type shit. The Memphis Grizzlies. Solid B. I'm not gonna lie. Solid B. Maybe I sound like a fucking dick sucker right now, but again, I like what the Grizzlies are doing. I like their core of Ja and Jaren Jackson and Desmond Bane, obviously. Ja has his issues. But I still believe in Ja long term. I still think he has superstar potential in the league if he already isn't. Young team that has already a lot of playoff experience. I really, really like their addition of Marcus Smart to the team. I think it fits exactly what they need as a unit and even on court. Bolstering their defense with Marcus Smart, that's a great pickup right there. I think they got Derrick Rose as well. I like that. I think Memphis is a team that has some really young pieces that just need a couple more years and some good vets behind them. Like, for real. So, yeah, I'm going to say B. I really like what they're doing. I think even, like, decisions like not holding on to a guy like Dylan Brooks, I think that shows those are signs of a good fucking front office right there. They're not too loyal to their players to a fault. So, I like what the Grizzlies are doing. Moving on to the Atlanta Hawks. Caw-caw! Yo, chat. Caw-caw! Type shit. How do y'all feel about the Hawks, man? How do y'all feel about the Hawks? I'm seeing a lot of C's and D's. Pause in the chat. Seeing a lot of C's and D's in the chat, man. F. See a couple F's. Damn. O for Omar. Oh, shit. Hey, I'm going to keep it a stack, bro. It's F. 2021 was coming up on, it's going to be 3 years ago after next season. I think, obviously they got a superstar in Trey, but even them getting Trey was low-key a mistake when Luke was on the fucking board. Their plan of building around Trey Young and bolstering and giving him more star power is DeJounte Murray. I don't think that was the right decision. And they gave up a lot for DeJounte Murray as well, man. They gave up a lot for DeJounte Murray as well. They've had multiple coaching changes. And it's not on some, like, one of them cheated, so now we got to replace them type shit. Like, they just keep on switching coaches. The Hawks, again, and I'm always going to lean towards these perennially mid teams to be at the very back end of this tier list for this exact reason. They're not a championship contender. They're not getting high draft picks. What are they doing? You could argue Atlanta's one of those teams that just wants to sell tickets. But I feel like they would have sold tickets if they even tanked and got, like, Scoot Henderson this draft type shit, And it wouldn't be that much of a difference from what they're doing right now. So, missed on Cam Reddish. And then paid DeAndre Hunter. They traded away Kevin Huerter, who's ended up being really good for the Sacramento Kings. I don't know, man. The Miami Heat. The Heatles. The Heatles. Chat, talk to me, man. Chat, talk to me. Because I'm not going to lie. Miami Heat fans were telling me The Miami Heat fans were telling me that Pat Riley was washed before the playoff run last season. Just keep it a stack. They were talking about how they overpaid hella players over the last couple of years that did not deserve that money. All you got to do is shoot 39% from three, and Pat Riley's going to throw you a bag. Tyler Hero used to be a great, pickup for them. Now he's looked at as one of the least likable players in the league. Oh, Jimmy Butler was getting slack before the playoffs. Last season too. I will say though, that one regular season does not outweigh what they've done over the last 3 years. Right? Push comes to shove, they have arguably the best coach in the league. Push comes to shove, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals this past season. Push comes to shove, they did that again. Or they made it to the finals this last season. And then they were one game away from making it to the finals the season before that. Right? And then 2 seasons before that, they made the finals. Somehow, some way. Shout out to football CF Candy. I'll read your super chat here in a second. But push comes to shove, they have just found a way to maximize the talent that they got at a very, very consistent basis. And every single time there's a big free agent on the market, Miami ends up being in the mix, and not just because it's Miami, but they always set up their situation to be in the mix for these players. So the Dames of the world, even when KD was on the market, these players, obviously LeBron, but that was like over a decade ago. Yeah, I'm gonna say Miami. Miami's A, man. Miami's A. I'm gonna say Miami's A. Look at Go Bells in the chat, Brett. It's because it's Miami B series. What is that bad? Is that bad, bro? I'll say this is B to A. B to A. B to A. A franchise can't be in a S tier if they haven't won a championship. C at best? Damn. Go Bells. C at best is kind of crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, also, I'm gonna open up the Discord after this so we can chat about like what y'all had a disagreement with. So I'm gonna actually toss that link in the chat right now. Hey, shout out to Vinsanity for becoming part of SLZ, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna put this in the chat. You do not have to be a member to participate. If you join, if you join, you will have access to one VC and one VC only, and that's where we will chat. Oh, I'm logged into my fucking Souls and Sage account. My bad, John. My bad. All right, let's go back. The Charlotte Hornets. How you consistent? Being consistently ass is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I think if you're ass for a couple years, that's fine. But being consistently ass for decades at a time is crazy. It comes to a point where like you gotta prove to me that you even got potential to make the playoffs before I move you anywhere up from F. I understand that you guys are tanking, but nah, bro. Nah, I can't. I can't, bro. I can't, bro. I can't, man. The Utah Jazz. I'ma say C. I'm going to say C for the Utah Jazz. I think the Jazz, they're a team that knows what time it is, bruh. Like, imagine the Celtics without the history. You know? I feel like that's what players perceive what the Jazz are, the Utah Jazz are. They're a team that knows they're not going to be a free agency destination. They got to build through the draft. And through trades. And I think they've done a really, really good job. Wait, what the fuck? Discord link is in the chat. But they've just done a really good job of like maximizing what they have. I think, developing Laurie into who he has become. Great part on their end. Walker Kessler, great pickup for them as well. Nothing crazy, nothing light, or nothing crazy. Something light. There you go. Yeah, I just, if I were to rank them, I don't think they've been as successful as the Clippers or the Sixers over the last couple of years. Well, actually, have they? They might have been. I just think they're better than the Blazers. All right, let's just say that. I just think they're better than the Blazers. But C, yeah, I'm gonna say C. I'm gonna say C right now. The Sacramento Kings. Hey, shout out to Cardiac for renewing. Let me put that shit right here. Shout out to Cardiac for renewing. I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna. I really like what the Kings are doing, man. They proved me the fuck. If there is one team that made me shut the fuck up last season, it was the Kings, and they would have made me shut up even more if they actually beat the Warriors. But nah, man, the future is bright in Sacramento, man. The future is very, very bright in Sacramento. They built a great culture in Sacramento. Shout out to Mike Brown for being a fantastic coach, a fantastic fit for this team. The funny thing about Mike Brown is, and this is gonna age me, it's crazy that I need to say that, but like Mike Brown used to be a defensive coach when he was coaching LeBron and the Cavs in his first stint, and he has gone like a full 180. Not to say that he's a bad defensive coach, but for him to like what was this, 14 years later to coach one of the greatest offenses in league history, moving forward, that shit is kind of crazy. That shit is kind of crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie. With that being said, though, I'm gonna say B. Yeah, I'm gonna say B. I don't think they've done anything much different from what Memphis has been doing. I really like the moves that they've been making. Memphis's team definitely proved to be more of a winning situation than Sacramento earlier than Sacramento. But moving forward, I like what Sacramento's doing. Oh God, the New York Knicks. Seeing a lot of C's, seeing a lot of D's. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm higher on them than a lot of y'all, I guess. I just really like the core that they've built with Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and RJ Barrett. Like, yeah, I think them signing Jalen Brunson was such a great move on their part. You know, that Josh Hart trade was such a great trade on their part. RJ Barrett, I think looking back at that draft, maybe there was some dude in like the late lottery or even in the late first round that ended up being better than RJ Barrett, but RJ Barrett turned out to be a really solid pick for them. Tom Thibodeau has been a great head coach for them. Obviously not flawless, but he's been really good for the New York Knicks. Chad, how are we feeling about Julius Randle? How we feeling about Julius Randle, bro? Oh shit. Oh shit, man. Does that knock them down to a D? Does that? I think this is a team that's legitimately one piece away. Is just you just gotta find a team that's extremely high on Julius Randle and get that next star. You know, I'm gonna say C, man. I'm gonna say C. Yeah, I'm gonna say C. Obviously, before I would, if this was before 2021, I'd definitely put them in F. But over these last 3 years, what they've done, and they got Dante DiVincenzo as well. I think that was a good pickup as well. Like the New York Knicks have legitimately developed a culture, you know, and it's a winning culture at that. Not a championship winning culture just yet, maybe even ever, but they've been making some good moves. I will say that they've just been making some good moves. All right, moving on to the Los Angeles Lakers. If this was before the trade deadline last season, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I would be very low on them. But how they turned around during the trade deadline, and I think that's, you know, that's the whole thing with the Los Angeles Lakers. You really got to look at this team and that this franchise from the trade deadline moving on. Because that trade deadline transformed this team to a team that just... It was an outlier season in terms of... They weren't just a regular 7 seed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Rob Pelinka had a masterclass at the trade deadline. I know D'Lo has been getting a lot of slack, but D'Lo was still a very integral part of them becoming a playoff team, becoming a competitive team, you know. Jared Vanderbilt was a fantastic pickup for them. Austin Reeves' development was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, their ability to sign and trade for LeBron and AD, even though that was 4 years ago, that has still been the crux of this team. They got Austin Reeves on a really good deal this offseason. Can I say they're S without a championship? I do not know, chat. I do not know. But my question is, would it be fair for me to say the only S tier front office in the league is just the Denver Nuggets, essentially? No, chat. Wait, hold on. Obviously, they won in 2020. I'm talking about recently. I'm talking about. Well, I know 2020. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Damn. Yeah. I'm gonna say A for now. But I respect the S argument. I respect the S argument. The Orlando Magic, perennially mid. I do like their future, though. Nevertheless, perennially mid. Who did they draft this last? Did they draft anyone? This last NBA draft? Am I bugging? 2023 NBA draft. Who did they draft? The Magic draft Anthony Black. I heard he saw. I just don't know enough about these draft prospects. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see, chat. They got France. I like France. I like Paolo. I like Markel as well. I just needed a refresher on who they got. Cole Anthony, I'm honestly out on at this point. Same thing with Jalen Suggs. I'm also out on. Bol. I saw they got rid of Bol. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I still think he has a lot of upside for this team, and I think I would have waited a little bit longer to let him go. I know a lot of people were saying like, "Yo, motherfuckers just didn't watch Bol after like the first half of the season." So, in what position is Anthony Black? Because I think they need a guard. Anthony Black is a guard. Okay. You better be a playmaker. You better be a playmaker type shit. Damn, I really don't care about this franchise. Let's see, man. Let's see. I'ma say D. I'ma say D. You know, they're a tanking team, but they haven't been perennially mid. I do like the draft picks that they made over the last couple of years. Oh, wait, excuse me. They are a tanking team. They are perennially mid, but at least they decided on like a lane to take. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. I like the Magic at D. Man. Right now. I think after depending on how they develop this next season, maybe I'll move them up to a B. But as of right now, it's a show don't tell type of thing for me. The Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, why is Boston at? Hey, you're not too much on the B's, man. Not too much on the C's. Why did I say C? Why did I say B's, bro? What the fuck? The Dallas Mavericks, man. How is Boston next to Miami Wild? All right, y'all tripping now. Y'all tripping. So they made it to the Western Conference Finals in 2021 or 2? Was it 2? It was 2022, right? 2022, and then they faced the Warriors, and the Warriors. Okay, so it was 2022. But this last season was fucking horrendous for them. I'm not gonna lie. That was a horrendous fucking season for the Mavs. I honestly do not like their prospects of winning a championship in the next couple of seasons. But obviously, they're not a tanking team anymore. I know they got Kyrie. They re-signed Kyrie. But the West is competitive as fuck. And what they have around Luka and Kyrie is just not enough to win a championship. Also, in hindsight, I genuinely think they made a mistake not re-signing Jalen Brunson. And maybe it's a hindsight is 2020 type of take. But for the next 3 to 4 years, and maybe this is a hot take, I would rather have Jalen Brunson than Kyrie Irving. I'm going to just keep it a buck. I'm going to just keep it a stack, bro. I'm gonna say D till they prove me otherwise, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say D, man. I just don't like how they built the franchise around Luka so far, bro. Like I think the one really, I just don't think they should have let go of JB, bro. JB was, Jesus Christ. JB was just, that was tough, bro. Y'all should have re-signed him. The Brooklyn Nets. How we feeling about Brooklyn, man? How are we feeling about Brooklyn? F. D. F.
Hop off a 16 passenger. This a G5. No, this not a Challenger. Big one.
Shout out to Luigi for the 100 Mexicans. 100 Mexican pesos. Jesus Christ. 100 Mexicans is crazy. He says, my argument is the only thing you guys have done is the KP trade, which sent the heart of your team to Memphis. Also, you know you're giving JB the max with JT. I think you're ignoring the Derek White trade. I think the Derek White trade was fucking fantastic. You're also ignoring us signing Malcolm Brogdon last season. It wasn't even a sign. It was trading for Malcolm Brogdon for a bag of chips, which is a great fucking signing. I think getting Al Horford back on a very team-friendly deal was another great signing. He always seems to fucking bail out this franchise when we really need him to. And then Rob Will was a great draft pick. I don't know, man. I mean, I think the Celtics are good. I think the Celtics are great. The Brooklyn Nets, man. Listen, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I said it when it happened. I was never a fan of that James Harden trade. I think that was a move. Like, typically when you make trades, you're either trying to like. Most of the time, you're making trades to improve on your weaknesses. That James Harden trade, they were already a great offense. That James Harden trade just made them a greater offense and made their defense worse. And then when it came to the playoffs, now you're so reliant on that core three. When one of them goes down, it's like, oh, we don't have help, bro. We don't have help. When two of them go down, damn, y'all are in fucking trouble. And the whole Kyrie situation in the last year. Again, I'm not trying to take accountability away from both parties. I think both parties do need to be held accountable, but I mean, with that being said, the Nets did fuck up in some aspects as well with that whole Kyrie shit. I think they created a toxic environment that essentially forced KD and Kyrie out of town. I don't know, bro. Oh, and Casual Gamer brought up a good point. The same way with the Trailblazers, I'm not a fan of these franchises just like bowing down to their star players to a fault. Like they let KD and Kyrie influence their front office decisions way too fucking much. Way too much. Same thing with Dame right now. And that's why they're in the situation that they are currently in. So actually, that's a nail in the coffin. I'm going to say the Brooklyn Nets are D. Yeah. They're at D right now, man. I'm going to say D, if not F, bro. I'm not going to lie. I might... Yeah, I'm gonna say F, bro. I'm gonna say F. Yeah, Luigi, I did read your super chat. I don't know if you missed it, but the alert came on the screen and I read it. The Denver Nuggets. Maybe it's recency bias. They are S. They are S, man. They are S. There's another one. Did I miss one? I don't think I missed one. I'll check later. Yeah, the Denver Nuggets are S, man. Denver Nuggets are S. The Indiana Pacers. I'm gonna say B or A? B or A? B. I'm gonna go B. I'm not gonna lie. I really like what the Indiana Pacers have done, man. And I think this is where we have to be careful with just equating a bad team to a bad front office. I think the Indiana Pacers, again, like the Utah Jazz, they understand they're never going to be a fucking free agency destination. You know what I'm saying? So they really got to make the most out of their moves through trades and draft picks. And the way, you know, them getting Tyrese was a great fucking decision for them. I think they have a franchise cornerstone in Tyrese. They made a great draft pick last season with Benedict Mathurin. Excuse me. Yeah, man. The Pacers are better than the 76ers. Yeah. 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 Type shit. Come on, man. Let me look at what the Pacers have done. Because I think I'm forgetting a couple signings over here. Damn, Buddy Hield is 30? What the fuck? What the fuck? Buddy Hield is 30. I just think the Indiana Pacers front office is just, they're just very smart in my opinion. Like this is my thing. I've never seen the Indiana Pacers make a bad like when was the last time they made a bad front office decision? You know? I'm not gonna say they're A. I'm gonna say B or C. I'm gonna say B or C. Man. They are kind of mid though. Now that I'm kind of looking at it. Yeah, yo, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I'm really looking at. I'm like, maybe they were mid, man. Oh shit. I don't know. I just really like that Tyrese trade, man. I just really fuck with that Tyrese trade. I think that they have set themselves up to have a really good future in the next like couple of years. They also signed Bruce Brown this offseason. I sort of got maybe I'm missing on what the Indiana Pacers have done this offseason, bro. Because I sort of got they've done more. Okay, yeah, they drafted Jarris Walker. Again, they got Bruce Brown. They drafted Benedict Mathurin last season, who ended up being a great pick. I think Nembhard was a great pick as well. Obviously, that Tyrese trade. Miles Turner. I know he's always in trade rumors, but they got one of the best trade assets in the league with Miles Turner. But also, he's just a really talented player, in my opinion. Not the craziest talent, but, you know, talented player right there. Oh, they got Obi Toppin, too, right? Yeah, I forgot about Obi Toppin. Yeah. Nah, I know I'm going crazy over Obi Toppin right now. But, again, these are just the trades that I think that have set up the Indiana Pacers and the moves that have set up the Indiana Pacers to have one of the best young cores in the league. And again, I really like what they're doing, man. They're not like tanking so hard and just betting on like star names in the draft. I just really like what they're doing, man. Just really like what they're doing. Let's see, the New Orleans Pelicans. You know what's crazy? Well, number one, I did think they fucked up with trading Lonzo. That's number one. Even that, looking back, maybe it wasn't the worst thing in the world because Lonzo ended up being injury prone. But that's the thing. I think the mistakes with the New Orleans Pelicans over the last couple of years has been primarily injuries. And at that point, like, You can't blame the Pelicans for drafting Zion in that draft, because if they didn't draft Zion in the draft, everyone would have looked at them as dumb. Zion was the unanimous number 1 overall pick, and it was one of those drafts where, like, yo, if you do not draft it, like, it's essentially like not drafting Victor this past draft, bro. Like, you know, if Zion was healthy, I think their future would be so good, because they got Trey Murphy and Herb Jones as well. I still think they got a solid future. I'm a big Zion fan, so I'm not gonna quit on Big Z just yet. Pause. Shout out to L Meat. But I'm gonna say C. I'm gonna say C right now, man. I'm gonna say C. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have drafted really well. And Brandon Ingram has been really great for them. I think they made a great decision making Brandon Ingram a must in that AD trade. But it ultimately, it just ends up that, like, New Orleans' future is Jesus Christ. It just rests in the hands of Zion at this point, in my opinion, man. The Detroit Pistons. I think, again, and surprisingly, or I don't even know if it's a coincidence, but a lot of the teams that are, like, tanking right now, they just ended up being at the tail end of this tier list. But the Detroit Pistons, they're one of those teams where, again, they are ass right now, but I really like what they're doing. I really like what they're doing. Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren, and I think they had another high draft pick this last draft. Amon, right? Amon Thompson? They drafted Amon? Or is it a Sir? I think it's a Sir, right? Yeah, Sir Thompson. I like the core that they're building, man. I do. So I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and put them in the same category as the Indiana Pacers. F+? F+ is crazy. F+? Is B too crazy? Chat, maybe y'all are late, and that's fine, but I do just want to make sure that this is a front office tier list, all right? We are just judging the front offices. This is not based off of the quality of teams, okay? This isn't based off of just who had a better season last season. Like, whose front office has been the most, like, not dumb? Type shit. Quality of teams reflects front office, though. Not necessarily, especially if you're a tanking team, you know? Like, if you legitimately decided to tank, obviously your team is going to be ass. But if you came from a situation where you were being, you know, a middle-of-the-pack team, like the Wizards were such a middle-of-the-pack team, and then they just decided to blow it up, so now they're going to be even more ass. I think in a vacuum, like, yes, they got worse, so what the fuck? But also, it's like, okay, at least they picked a direction, so that's a good front office move. So, I don't know. I just really like the future of the Detroit Pistons. I like the future of the Indiana Pacers. And I'm going to keep it a bean. I'll probably move up Orlando at this point. I still like their future prospects better than Portland. And I think Dallas and Portland right now, they're just in limbo. They're just in limbo right now. And maybe once this Dame trade is settled, we can say, okay, they're definitely rebuilding, and it looks like that's where they're heading in. But I'm gonna just put them at D, bro, because I hate how they've handled this Dame situation, being completely honest. So, moving on to the Raptors. Masai fell off, bro. Masai fell off. Sorry. I think one of my pet peeves when it comes to front offices is overvaluing your assets. And that's what fan bases as well. Yeah, we're not letting go of, and this is the example I always go to because I'm a Celtics fan. We're not letting go of Jay Crowder, bro. Jay Crowder, nah, man, he's the heart and soul of the team. Avery Bradley, nah, bro, you can't touch AB, but we want Jimmy Butler though. You know what I'm saying? So with the Raptors, they're a team in limbo right now. They are a team in limbo. They don't want to pick a direction. They allegedly wanted to run it back with the squad that they had last year. A squad that did absolutely nothing. They keep on drafting like these 6'8", 6'9" guards that you can not even guards, 6'8" to 6'9" wings that you could say are two-way players and are like wings, tall wings that have guard-like skills, but in actuality, yo, you need legitimate ball handlers, bro. I just don't like what the Raptors are doing, man. I just don't like what the Raptors are doing. And their future does not even look that good, you know. So to me, high F, low D. But I guess just because of my preference, I'm going to put them at F, bro. I'm going to put them at F. The Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets. Yeah. The Houston Rockets. I like what the Rockets are doing, man. I'm going to keep it a bean. I think the signings that they made this offseason, they might be overpays, but number one, they got to have money to spend, or they have to spend the money, excuse me. And I think spending it on players that can be integral parts of this team for the next couple of years, plus be culture setters. I think the Houston Rockets right now, they're missing culture setters and vets. And Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet, I think they're going to provide winning experience to that team. At some point after a couple of years, they are going to become vets in the league if they are not already. Yes, they're overpaid right now, but again, they're not trying to look to win a championship in the next couple of years anyways. I think their goal is just to develop the draft prospects that they drafted, develop a culture, and hopefully develop a winning culture in 3 to 4 years to set up their young core of Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, Sengun, and I feel like I'm missing a name. I don't know. I just don't think that Dylan Brooks signing is like that bad, bro. I don't know, man. Give them a Z. Ah, shit. Yo, Go Bells is tripping. Z. End of the day, Brook Lopez fleeced us into 4 first-round draft picks for a salary dump. That moves us down to a C. Overall, the Rockets are a C, B minus. Yeah, as of right now, I still do like the future of the Pistons and the Pacers better. Also, I'm a really big fan of the Ime signing. Oh, they also have Jabari Smith Jr. C's should have kept Ime. I agree. I'm gonna say C. I'm gonna say C to a B. Leaning towards C right now. Because I think saying Houston's front office is in the same stratosphere as the Cavs and the Grizzlies and the Kings. I don't know about that. But now I'm looking at it. Should the Sixers and the Clippers move up? I don't know. I'll stick with this. I'll stick with this one. All right, man. San Antonio Spurs. I'm going to say Do I go C again? Damn. I think ignoring Wemby, it's a D. I mean, you can't just ignore Wemby. I'm gonna say C. I'm gonna say C. The only thing is like them getting the number 1 overall draft pick and drafting Victor. Is that really like, oh, this is a great front office type of thing? I don't I don't think that is, bro. Because again, you just got the number 1 overall draft pick, and there's a clear number 1 overall pick, so you pick that dude. Aside from the Victor shit, they were definitely the thing I did like about the San Antonio Spurs is after Kawhi was gone, they were really like, okay, they're rebuilding. we are rebuilding for the next couple of years. And the things that they've done, you know, as a rebuilding team, I think it's been solid. They gotta let go. This is my hot take though. They gotta let go of Pop, man. I ain't gonna lie. Man. I think with Wemby, this is the perfect time to make a new San Antonio Spurs culture. Yeah. Let go of that old fart, bruh. God. Jesus Christ. Let him spend some time with his family. Okay? I don't know how old Greg Pop is, but I'm sure he would like some family time now. Okay? You know what? I think a perfect analogy is the Memphis Grizzlies, right? For the longest time, I really thought the Memphis Grizzlies was one of the most boring franchises in the league. When in reality, shout out to Issa Boy for the $10.
The Sixers moving up? Boy, if you don't put down that crack pipe, there's a debate they should be at the EMA, but y'all not ready for that convo till Embiid realizes the franchise is cheeks.
Alright, I'm gonna keep the messy for now. But yeah, man, you know, I think the Memphis Grizzlies, they were the most boring franchise for so long. And then they just got some swagger. And when Ja came, when Triple J came, when Dylan Brooks came, you know what I'm saying? And now they're one of the coolest franchises in the league. You know? I think the San Antonio Spurs are the same thing, man. We just need some new life in that franchise, man. Pop is 74. Please. Let Pop go. Please. God damn. They need some fun players. They need to rejuvenize what it means to be a San Antonio Spur. Let Pop retire, bro. God damn. With that being said, though, I still like their future off of Wemby alone. They've also made some great trades. The DeJounte Murray trade, in my opinion, was great for them. They got a lot in return for DeJounte Murray. Whatchamacallit? Jeremy Sochan was a great pickup for them. I like that. Keldon Johnson, another great pickup. Type shit. The Phoenix Suns. Now, depending on how you look at the Phoenix Suns, you can either look at them as A or B. You know, with all the criticism I have given the Phoenix Suns, I still do think they got a really solid front office down there that knows how to make splashes, that knows how to make moves. All right, they made it to the finals in 2021. You know, they made it. Jesus Christ, they made it to the finals in 2021. Made a really solid team that season. In 2022, again, they got mollywopped by the Mavs in Game 7. And then in 2023, they were on pace to be one of the ass teams in the league. But then they turned it around with that KD trade. And, you know, they've definitely shown balls to go win, you know, in a win-now mode and make picks and make, not make picks, but make transactions and make deals that puts them in a more win-now mode. Case in point, Bradley Beal. So, in terms of setting a goal and making moves to aim towards that goal, I think, you know, the front office has shown that they can get what they think is done, you know. I'm still not a fan of their high star power, low depth approach. But to say they're a bad front office because of that alone, I think that's kind of blowing it. So I will be objective on that front. They did get a lot in return for Chris Paul and I'm already forgetting who. I think they should have. I don't think they should have gave DeAndre Ayton that contract though. I will say that in hindsight, Omar was right on that front, bro. If you put the Celtics at 8, you gotta move the Suns. No, I don't. What the fuck? One team has made the finals. Come on, bro. And a brighter future. And a better team. Fuck it. You know? I'm gonna say B. Just off that alone. You can't be on the same tier as my C's, man. Sorry. I think these teams and up, these are teams that are perennial championship contenders. Or have just flat out won a fucking championship. Yeah. You can hate from outside of the club, bro. But try to get in first. Type shit. Oklahoma City. Ooh. S? I'ma say... I ain't gonna lie, man. OKC be cooking, man. I don't know, man. OKC is cooking. That Paul George trade ended up being a fucking fleece on their part, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'll put them at B for now, but I'm still not set on that. I'm still not set on that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna make an exception and say that I literally just came off of saying that A and up is championship contenders and championship winners. I'm gonna make an exception for the OKC Thunder, man. I'm not gonna lie. What they're doing there, bro, the pickups that they've made, drafting J-Dub last season, drafting Josh Giddey, developing Shea to the guy he's been, bro. I really like what OKC is doing, man. Can no rebuilding team have a great front office? That's what I'm saying, man. I just put them at A. Man. We got a couple rebuilding teams up here too. You know, the Pacers, the Pistons. Some even think that the Rockets are too high. Type shit. Let's see. I'm missing a couple super chats here. Jeez. What the fuck is going on? Okay, I think we're almost there. Okay, I'll just wait. No, I'll just wait, man. Chat is slow. All right. Midnight for 279 says OKC is S. Never miss on a pick inside the top 10.
No, this not a challenger. Big one.
Sols, you need to move the Jazz up at least one spot. B tier at the least. They have the same amount of picks as the Thunder, and fleeced the Minnesota Timberwolves and got John Collins for second rounder.
My thing with the Jazz is maybe, you know what? Maybe you're right, man. I think I'm banking too much on like the future prospects of the Jazz, because I'm looking at the future of the Jazz. As of right now, it's just not looking like it's anything special. But from what the front office has done, I think they have been a very solid front office. I also think they did a great job of maximizing the Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert era. Obviously, they came up short and never actually won anything, but, you know, I think they did the best of what they got. Hey, you know what, fuck it, man, whole closet. Fuck it. The Jazz are going up to B. Let's see. Luigi O for 50 Mexican peso says, how the F are the Suns not a championship contending team? This is insane. Yo, bro, you know what I mean, man. Conference finals and up, type shit. Type shit. Conference finals and up in the last 2 years, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Conference finals and up in the last 2 years. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Luigio. Get cooked, buddy. Get cooked. Come on, man. The Bucks made it to the Eastern Conference Finals in Oh shit, the Bucks didn't make it in 2022. Oh fuck. Damn. Okay. You know what, man? Whole closet. Fuck it, bro. Fuck it, man. Yeah, okay, man. Y'all got me, chat. This is why I like to chat with y'all, man. That's why I like to chat with y'all. Okay. I'll put the Suns up to A. This is crazy. All right, the Golden State Warriors. Stop, bro. Stop. Stop. I'm not trying to go crazy with the whole clause. This fucking activity. The Warriors. Okay. Oh my god, bro. This is crazy, bro. Motherfucker said for 100 Mexican pesos. Oh, so whole clause. Put them in S right now. Lakers got swept. Celtics got sunned by Jimmy and Bucks in 2 years. Oh my god. This is nuts. Shout out to you though, but that's as much whole clause I'll let allow this fucking stream. All right, the Golden State Warriors. Is there too much recency bias in this last season, chat? Let me ask y'all this. Is there too much recency bias from this last season? Because I feel like if we were doing the same activity... Okay, shout out to Luigio again. Finally showed up. If we were doing the same activity after last season, obviously we'd say yes. They just won a fucking championship. Great front office. Extended the dynasty X, Y, and Z. 2023 happens. Push comes to shove, bro. They did make it to the second round. And the only reason the roster is built the way that it is because essentially they won a championship. They want to pay the motherfuckers that got them a championship. I don't think that's the worst front office decision of all time. If anything, we have gone at franchises for like not paying players that were integral to their franchise runs, to their championship runs. But at the same token, did Curry just save their ass for one more year? Did Curry just save their ass for one more year? I think Draymond Green, is he overpaid? I'm leaning towards yes. Jordan Poole, did they think he was their next franchise cornerstone because of those Steph Curry comparisons? Maybe, and if that's the case, that was a bad signing. Still not a fan of them. Still not a fan of them trading Jordan Poole away for Chris Paul. Still not a fan of that. In running it back, I just don't think it's going to be what they think it's going to be. I think they're going to have a real reality check with who Klay Thompson is at this point in his career, with who Draymond Green is at this point in his career. Heck, with who Steph Curry is at this point in his career. Maybe. I'm still more optimistic on Steph Curry. But definitely with who Chris Paul is at this point in his career. So I will say right now, also, they fucked up not trading their young assets, bro. We had that infamous debate on the pod. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Omar's side now. They should have traded the James Wisemans of the world. Maybe it's just my timeline, but Warriors fans be overhyping Jonathan Kuminga when he really hasn't done anything so far in his career. Same thing with Moses Moody. Y'all should have traded him to win now more. Type shit. I'ma say C. I'ma say C right now. C to a B. C to a B. Yeah, C to a B. I'm gonna say C to a B. Shout out from the Phil. Hey, shout out to my Filipino guys in the chat, man. Shout out to my Filipino guys. C to a B. Is crazy low or crazy high? I'm just saying, I don't want to be that dude that puts everyone at B, bro. Because that's, come on, bro. Damn. Too low? I don't know. It's interesting. I think this next season will tell more about what this front office really is. I think there is, again, a level of recency bias to what transpired this season. But I think C is cool. C A is nuts. A is a little bit nuts right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie. C or B. C or B. Bro, what are we doing here? They were a dynasty. They are a clear A and S. Yeah, I mean, they were a dynasty from 2015 to 2019. 2020, they didn't make the playoffs. They were completely ass. 2021, they lost in the play-in tournament. 2022, they won a championship. 2023, second round exits. I mean, to just say that this is still the same dynasty team, you're just tripping at that point. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's see. Manny Pacquiao is a pride of the Philippines. Yeah. As of right now. Shout out to Bretman Rock, though. The Washington Wizards. The Washington Wizards. Listen. I think the Washington Wizards definitely made the right moves this offseason. Again, same thing with the Portland Trail Blazers. They are a team that's been perennially mid. They're not getting high draft picks. They're not competing for anything. So just off of that alone, they should be F. But I will say, I do commend them for actually, I do commend them for actually picking a direction. I will commend them on that. But I think them picking a direction was still a product of just poor management. And as of right now, they just haven't done anything for me to say they're anything higher than an F. So I'm gonna say F. I'm gonna say F right now, bro. I'm gonna say F. I'm gonna say F. You know what I'm saying? And then the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know what, man?
Hop off a 16 passenger. This a G5. No, this not a challenger.
Shout out to Luigi O for the 100 Mexican pesos. I'm gonna read your super chat here in a second. Well, I'm gonna leave it on the screen so I don't forget. Man, I was really high on that Rudy Gobert trade, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was really high on that Rudy Gobert trade. I'm gonna keep it a bean. They gotta let go of Cat, bro. This is my hot take for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think if they deadass in that Rudy Gobert trade, if they, never mind. I'm fucking up the take. Essentially, what I'm saying is, I think they would be a better team if the team was actually revolving around Ant, Rudy Gobert, and they just trade Cat for as much like role players as they can. That's essentially the hot take, bro. That's essentially the hot take. But the Minnesota Timberwolves, I'm gonna say C. Mid front office right now. They haven't done anything crazy, but they also haven't done anything like terribly bad, in my opinion. maybe C to a D. Actually, yeah, I'm leaning towards D right now. I'll put them at D. I'll put them at D, man. Luigi O for 100 Mexican peso says, I'm speaking for my people. I think there is some inconsistency there. Why are the Nuggets S tier if they have the same as the Warriors? They have 2 stars carry them. Is that front office? I think that's a disservice to what the Denver Nuggets were this past postseason and the team that they've built. I said this during the last stream. This idea, I wouldn't say revisionist history because I kind of get it because they're not like this 9-10 man deep team. But this idea that like the Nuggets didn't really have depth and they were just Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray solo squatting teams. I think that's such a disservice to what the Denver Nuggets were. Essentially, they had like 6 fucking starters on the team. With Bruce Brown coming off the bench. Or whoever the fuck was coming off the bench that night. And it felt like at any given point in the game, they had like 4 solid players on the court that was just doing their job to the T. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. With that being said, though, this is the tier list. This was definitely much harder than I thought. Just balancing, like, the win-now franchises and the rebuilding franchises. It's just hard to determine some of these rebuilding franchises and how they're doing so far because some of their talent just needs a little bit more time to develop. You know what I'm saying? Even the Charlotte Hornets, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, hey, if LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller can become something special, then I might have to eat my words type shit. But like the Rockets, are they a bad front? I feel like they have a decent front office over there. Is putting them at C-Fair. Am I overrating the Indiana Pacers a little bit too much when they haven't really done anything and that young core is still unproven and it doesn't have like the most star-heavy young core in the league? I don't know. DKM says if the Hornets sign your boy Grant Williams, they do move up to a D. Or do they move up to a D? No? What the fuck? What? Nah, that shit crazy. That Suns and Bucks rankings gonna get you in trouble in a few months, souls. Don't worry. I'll get a viral tweet off of you. This is insane. Insane. Well, if you are gonna get that viral clip, I know it's not gonna make it. The Suns shit was a whole clause. I'm not gonna lie. And it's just me giving them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? When they implode because they don't have depth, I'm going to come up on here and say, yo, nice try, buddy. But shit didn't work, buddy. L front office type shit. The Bucks. Hey, man. Again, benefit of the doubt. How many times are we gonna see this team fail in the fucking playoffs before the Eastern Conference Finals and be real? Type shit.